Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa. Hey. Welcome to Akwa Ibom, the best place to be. Welcome to Akwa Ibom, the promised land. I discover Akwa Ibom, a peaceful people. So you are welcome to Akwa Ibom. Come on, I'm coming. I said, come, live, work and invest in Akwa Ibom. This is the promised land. Come, work and live and invest in Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa.
Oh yes, Governor Udom Emmanuel's administration that is people-oriented, vested in capacity, embodied with superior performance and rendered on integrity has attracted global commentaries and attention. The Americas said it, even the military confirms.
We are here following the wonderful success story that are emanating from your...
Our own Vice President relocates.
So when I think of a second home, of course Akwa Ibom is a good place.
China has joined. Are you an investor or entrepreneur? The 21-story intelligent building, good road network, well-equipped hospitals scattered all over the state with a world-class airline, 18 functional industries and still counting. These and many more are the reason we invite you. Come, live, work and invest in Akwa Ibom. Be part of the completion agenda. Only God. Powered by the Ministry of Information, Akwa Ibom State.
The Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FEYReP, a pet project of Mrs. Martha Emmanuel, wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor, for about 5 years now, is constantly changing the living standard of many Akwa Ibomites. Dr. Mrs. Martha Emmanuel, living up to her biblical nature of caring, a few years ago launched the Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FEYReP, targeted at easing the economic and social burden of the hapless, poor and vulnerable. In the first episode of our series on FEYReP, the pet project of Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel as a vehicle of social transformation, we had looked back at the 4 years plus impact of the Akwa Ibom First Lady, popularly known as Martha of the Moment, and how, in spite of the harsh economic times, FEYReP has become the harbinger of hope to the vulnerable and indigent poor, both within and outside Akwa Ibom State. In this episode, we shall take a look at the interventions of FEYReP in other sectors. In the course of the 4 years plus, FEYReP has left indelible imprints on the sands of time. The NGO has most noticeably contributed immensely to actualizing the food sufficiency dream of the state governor through the introduction of innovative and community-driven farming and establishment of agro-processing factories across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. More specifically, the NGO has commissioned palm oil processing factories and cassava processing mills spread across the 3 senatorial districts of Uyo, Ikorekpene, and Eket. At her cassava plantation located in Okobo local government area, for instance, FEYReP successfully launched the improved cassava variety to boost high cassava yield. Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel, through FEYReP, has taken the bold and proactive step to stem the rise in the cost of food, as well as empower local farmers for optimum productivity and financial empowerment. In this regard, FEYReP has acquired and cultivated a model farm of 17 hectares with improved cassava stems. FEYReP's cassava processing factories at Ikoraba, Ibom, is currently producing at optimal level.
What I'm doing here, it is correlation with what His Excellency is doing in Akwa Ibom State. We have to go back to farming. So when I look around, I said to myself, what can I do to complement the effort of His Excellency in making sure that there is sufficient food for all in Akwa Ibom State? FEYReP has come here to plant cassava. We want to see how we can bring down the prices of food in this state so that a common person can afford to buy gari at a very minimal amount. That is the dream of His Excellency, and that is what I've keyed into. So I use this FEYReP's farm as a challenge to every one of us. Let us go back to farming. This farm, the community has given us more than 100 hectares of land. And I want to say it here that we have employed more than 100 people from this community to work in this farm.
Welcome to Akwa for providing, this is provision of food. It's not only about money. Food is the most important thing. So this is the right place for the right farming for the people of Akwa. Thank you for giving us this improved cassavas.
Finally appreciate FEYReP on this project. This is a very laudable project of FEYReP. You know, in the house, when a child is hungry, who does the child turn to? Who does the child turn to? So it's not out of place for the mother of the state to make a move to make sure our children are well fed. FEYReP is taking an initiative to make sure gari is everywhere. Not just gari, all other things, unless they are going to plant corn as well. Believe me, African employment me, the quickest and the highest employer, I don't see it now. From Iwa you can produce a lot of things, flour, ethanol, every other thing. So a lot of industries will go where there's raw materials. So different Amarido Garibo. The whole idea is we can meet the right tonnage. We can easily attract so many other industries. So let me thank FEYReP for this project and say that they have full backing and full support of the government on this project.
Agriculture has come to take its rightful position because we believe in order for us to reduce the poverty in the state, in the society, we must go back to farming. And the governor has really promoted this as the #1 farmer in the state. He has his own farm. And our mother, the founder of FEYReP, being a good mother, being a good farmer, you know, the women believes a lot in what they see you do. Our mother has her own farm. She has been encouraging us to farm. 2 years ago, she cultivated so many hectares of cassava, and because of that, that contributed to the price of gari going down in the state. And even this year, she has concluded plans to cultivate so many hectares in many local government areas, and this has encourage the women to go into farming. Because if you see your mother, the wife of the governor, the first lady, who is supposed to sit and sleep and relax, going to the farm, doing everything by herself, that has really encouraged other women.
Why would somebody think that a wife of a governor should not involve in agriculture? Wife of governors do it. So if you don't farm, where will you get the food from? I'm proud to this. I'm from a family that my father was a great farmer. I do cultivate things even at my backyard, right from the time in Lagos. When we were here with my parents, they usually take us to the farm. I know how to weed. I know how to do everything in the farm. when I was growing up, we never bought anything from the market except things like fish or things like that. We cultivated them in our farm. So I grew up with that culture.
Also, with the recent interest by the federal government and the central bank, FEYReP has since tapped into the enormous oil palm potentials in the state by establishing palm oil processing factories to boost production and also empower the farmers.
For the 4 years plus that the wife of the governor initiated FEYReP, I think she has done well. And as a woman, as a Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare and Agriculture, I am happy because she has made so many things easy for us. And I want to say that Akwa Ibom State, specifically Akwa Ibom women, we are blessed to have her as a mother.
Fondly called a Kaunwana, meaning a mother who brought sunshine of hope and fulfillment by the appreciative Akwa Ibom people and her other admirers, Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel, through her Shelter of Hope program, built over 35 houses for widows and other economically disadvantaged men and women.
I dedicate this house in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I dedicate this house in the name of God the Father, Amen. God the Son, Amen. God the Holy Spirit, Amen.
Her Excellency also has built shelters, which is a form of empowerment for indigent people in our communities, ranging from widows to families to widowers. To date, in about 4 years plus, I think we just inaugurated our 31st house since we began the project on Shelter of Hope.
I want to tell you that through FEYReP, Ma built so many houses, not only for the widows, even for the widowers, the less privileged generally. Ma is building, it's not even selective, she doesn't even have a pre-knowledge about the people that are building these houses for. They will just get to the community, they will look at the worst houses, they will snap pictures, get to her, she'll just choose anyone.
When reading your Bible, there's a portion of the Bible that says, when I was hungry, you fed me. I was homeless, you gave me a home. And they asked him, when did we do this? I said, as much as you do it to the least of your brethren, you are doing it unto me. It's always very disheartening when you see a grown-up woman or man living in a place that even you can, animals cannot be kept. So Shelter of Hope is one project that touches my heart very, very well, because when you lift up somebody from dungeon and place in a very comfortable home, you see the joy in that person and the people around in the community. So Shelter of Hope is to help these people that would never dream of having a comfortable abode to stay. We go in to help, in as much as we cannot build for everybody, but we go in, we pick worst buildings in any environment we go to, and we set up a befitting house for that person.
In addition, over 5,550 rural women and men have benefited from various economic empowerment initiatives, while over 300 widows have been given equipment and cash as business startup kits.
Women empowerment is very paramount in my best projects because, as you all know, when you empower women, as I always said, you are empowering the whole world. Give a woman 1 naira, you will turn that 1 naira to 1,000. Any little thing you put in the hand of a woman, she will make good use of it. So I came to realize that so many women did not have anything doing. They were just sitting down at home. So I said to myself, if we can start empowering these women, we'll have a better society. I realized that when you empower a woman, you have a functional family. So that's how women empowerment came about, to make sure that we have a functional family where children are well taken care of, because women are the pillars in the home.
Second of your planning, how do you know say the come how do you know say come and tell you this is the menu? Whatever I'm going to do to you today, just make use of it, and God will multiply whatever you're doing in your hands in Jesus' name.
I am an Akwa Ibomite, and I rise to the thread of greatness. Medakata.
Akwa Ibom State, the pinnacle of peace, unity, and prosperity. Home of investors, piloted by His Excellency, Governor Udom Emmanuel. Few years of fulfilled promises in the areas of industrialization, agriculture, and food security, free and compulsory education, free healthcare delivery to the young ones and the elderly, infrastructural transformation, and human capacity development, youth and sport, transport and tourism. Come and be part of the completion agenda.
I like Governor Udom Emmanuel and I love what he's doing in Akwa Ibom State.
We've never had it so good. Only God.
More than 1,000 senior citizens have also benefited from FEYReP's intervention for the elderly on every International Day for Old Persons.
Greetings from your father, the governor of Akwa Ibom State. He sends his greetings to you. It's a normal thing for us to celebrate our elders. Any child that does not recognize his or her parents when they are old is a doomed child. And so it is mandated for us from time to time to celebrate the elderly in our midst. If we can celebrate the widows, the orphans, the young ones, there's nothing wrong with celebrating the elderly. That's why you are here today. I called you here to celebrate with you. That's why you are here. Jesus Christ.
In maternal, infant and child health, FEYReP has complemented the state government's health policy and programs through the Martha's Pregnant Care Outreach, where over 500 pregnant women have received free Medicare, counseling and delivery packs. FEYReP has also provided health and nutrition education, mama kits and cash grants to over 500 multiple birth families.
She's the one taking charge of their delivery. You know, in Akwa State, pregnant women, they deliver free of charge in government hospitals. And to add to that, she'll buy the things that you need during the delivery and add to that one for you.
FEYReP has changed the dynamics. FEYReP has not just changed the dynamics, but have repositioned women in so many ways. Take for instance the issue of pregnant care. FEYReP has been going around local government taking care of pregnant women till the point of delivery. That's very, very large, because in most cases these women have no help, because most of the spouses cannot afford medical attention, pre and post medical attention after delivery. But FEYReP has stepped in to fill the gap in that aspect.
Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel has also provided succor for the less privileged in society through direct intervention, paying for surgical operation and other medical expenses for the beneficiaries.
Health, they say, is wealth. And Her Excellency believe that a healthy people will make for a healthy workforce in any community. Her Excellency has found the need for FEYReP to partner with professional bodies in the health sector to bring solutions to some of these health challenges of our people.
The aspect of health, that is another aspect that is so dear to me. I realize that so many people don't have the money to go to hospitals. That's why I went into partnership with some organizations to come and help our people. And so far, we've recorded tremendous results. So many people have been operated upon, people that would never in their lives had money to go to hospital. So many eyesight have been restored. Eyeglasses have been given to people. We've dewormed over 30-something thousand children. A lot has been done. As I speak now, we don't make noise. There are so many interventions we are making on daily basis. If you go to FEYReP's office now, you'll see the file of appeals, people requesting for interventions, and there are some cases you see you don't have a choice than to help because they are so pathetic, especially when it involves little children that parents could not even afford anything to help. So intervention is paramount, because when you save that soul, you don't know what that soul will become tomorrow.
Ekamwana has also identified babies born on special days like Christmas and New Year and provided their parents with mama kits and financial support.
So take this message, my young you fan this and you let both say come for Ibom. Okay? If you didn't come here, you know what would have happened to you. God forbid. You don't know what would have happened. So tell your people, go to hospital. Okay? Government hospital, for the normal delivery, free. And even this is cheaper than private hospital. Okay? Congratulations. All right.
Through her deep Christian and compassionate spirit, Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel has no doubt brought new layer of engagement associated with the office of the First Lady of Akwa Ibom State through her pet project, Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FEYReP. She has not only expressed her commitment to change the fortunes of the underprivileged in Akwa Ibom State, but has also demonstrated this in action through her several charitable engagements.
With pleasure in my heart, I dedicate this market Udom Akwa to God in the name of God the Father, Amen. God the Son, Amen. And God the Holy Spirit.
This Udom market was built by Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Pass Initiative, FEYReP, and commissioned by Her Excellency Mrs. Udom Emmanuel, wife of Governor of Ibom State. To God be the glory.
Ultimately, Her Excellency, through FEYReP, has complemented the completion agenda of her husband and Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, through the promotion of job creation, self-reliance, value reorientation, entrepreneurship, and wealth creation.
A lot of people are happy in the States because when you want to create impacts in the States, it's through the lives you are touching. So our mother, the wife of the governor, has touched many lives. Before now, people used to think it's only the widows you can empower. But in her pet project, she has built houses for widows, for even the widowers and the less privileged couples. So because of this, a lot of people are happy in the States.
Her Excellency's pet project, FEYReP, is life enriching and lives touching. We appreciate Her Excellency for complementing the efforts and huge investments of His Excellency Mr. Udom Emmanuel in the education sector.
As a coordinator of the program, I am able to look back and I'm able to say, even though we know the wants will always be more than resources, but with the scarce resources available to FEYReP, we have been able to put it to the best of use that we can, and testimonies abound, fruits abound.
We have plans, otherwise I wouldn't set up an office. If it was only a governor's wife thing after our tenure, it's not going to be like that. Before now, as I've always said, I was always intervening for people. But this platform came and enlarged my coast. And I want to believe even when I leave office, we are going to do more. Because we are sourcing for funds, for support from international communities, and local people are also supporting. So FEYReP will still be ongoing even when we finish as government in Akwa Ibom State.
Portrait of achievements by Governor Udom Emmanuel in the area of industrialization. He started with toothpick manufacturing factory, pencil factory, PEACOCK pen factory that was abandoned for several years, and he revamped it within 100 days in office. Plywood and timber factory, block factory, metering solution factory, syringe factory, flour mill factory, fertilizer blending factory, coconut refinery, rice mill factory, plastic manufacturing factory, aviation industry, and the establishment of Ibom Akwa Prime Hatchery, Cassava Processing Factory, Starch Processing Factory, and more are still coming. Come, live, walk, and invest in Akwa Ibom. Only God, powered by the Ministry of Information, Akwa Ibom State.